Welcome to today's lecture on inference techniques for proportions and means with Python. Today, we're going to explore how statistical tests can be applied in data science to make informed decisions based on data. Our outline includes identifying suitable statistical tests for research questions, formulating hypotheses for hypothesis testing, understanding and interpreting test statistics and p-values, drawing conclusions from p-values about population parameters, and finally, how to use Python for hypothesis testing and constructing confidence intervals. Let's begin by discussing how to identify the correct statistical test based on your research question. We'll look at 1 proportion tests for comparing a sample proportion to a known population proportion. 2 proportion tests for comparing proportions from 2 independent groups. 1 mean test when focusing on a single numerical variable's mean. And 2 mean tests for comparing means between 2 independent groups. Moving on, we'll talk about formulating hypotheses. This involves setting up both a null hypothesis, which assumes no effect or no difference, and an alternative hypothesis, which suggests there is an effect or difference. For example, we might hypothesize that the proportion of homes with high radon levels is equal to or different from a known state average. Next, we delve into interpreting test statistics and p-values. Here, we'll see how the test statistic measures how far our sample statistic is from what we would expect. Under the null hypothesis, the p-value tells us the probability of observing our test statistic if the null hypothesis were true. A small p-value might lead us to reject the null hypothesis. Now, let's look at how we draw conclusions from these p-values. If the p-value is less than our chosen significance level, typically 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis, indicating evidence for the alternative hypothesis. For instance, if we find a very small p-value when testing radon levels, we might conclude that the proportion in northwest Iowa significantly differs from the state average. Finally, we'll use Python to perform these statistical analyses. We'll see how to use the stats models library to conduct hypothesis tests for proportions and means. The code snippets here demonstrate how to perform a z-test for proportions and how to calculate confidence intervals. In summary, we've covered key aspects of statistical inference for data science, from choosing the right test to using Python for analysis. Understanding these concepts is crucial for any data scientist or researcher dealing with data. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on data science and technology. See you next time.